First question, why POBET? Why you should take POBET as an optional? Simple answer, sir. When I go through the syllabus, I found some interest. Quiz area, second paper, you can say that as already you read some polity, you find some connection with polity. And availability of study material, availability of guidance. You found study material, you found guidance. After that, what happened? You found that the subject public administration overlap with GS2, GS4. And also you can say, sir, GS3 disaster management. So I found that this optional overlap with GS2, GS paper 4, and GS3 disaster management. One part, disaster management, frequently question asked. So due to all these things, you take this optional. Very simple answer. ଏଥିରେ କିଛି biasness हमार नहीं. It will help me post no. ତମେ select ହେଇନ. So you take optional due to the interest you have, availability of study material, availability of guidance, and PA overlap with. If they ask you, how do you think? If they ask that this optional help you as an administrator, you can say yes. As an administrator, you get many things from this optional. Because in training also you will get training related to leadership, accountability control, or paper 2 whatever you have read related to welfare administration. So practical application of this, practical application of the subject. The subject has practical application. That after you become a civil servant, after you become a civil servant, you can use many of this thing what you have studied in your practical life. So if they ask you, tell me something what you can use as a civil servant, so you can say you want to be a situation, you want to be a not a boss, leader. They can ask you what is a leader, what is boss. So leader who always lead from the front, who help the subordinate, who knew his work, who knew others' work, and who have a clear vision for the organization, who take responsibility. Boss only give order, but leader take responsibility, lead from the front. So leader. And again, you want to be a situational leader. Situational leader. That means you are not a classical or not a behavioral leader, but based on the situation, based on the circumstances, you lead, you take decision. So this thing, POBET will learn you, and apart from this, leadership quality, idea of decision making you learn, uh, uh, grievance redressal mechanism, how to solve grievance of citizen, how to make RTI successful, and how to be develop a value laden approach. This is very important. So as an administrator, you know that public administration should promote a value laden. As an administrator, you should be sympathetic towards the need aspiration of people. ଏତିକି କହିଲେ ସେମାନେ କହିବେ okay okay okay. देखो interview maximum 10 to 15 minutes, maximum 10 to 15 minutes. Rare case it will go beyond 15 minutes. So you no need to give a long question or detailed explanation. You when you say one to word, they say okay. So why you take POBET as an optional and how POBET will help you. So whether you have BTech, anything in your graduation subject, still you take POBET because you find this is relevant, and the most important thing, overlapping with GS syllabus. So your workload managed, your workload reduced. You can take civil engineering or mechanical engineering, physics, math, any optional, but those optional not overlap with GS. So you need to put extra effort for preparation of your general studies. But in public administration optional, as general study paper to paper 4 overlap, so workload reduce. That you can set. One question. So, ए भितर तमरो जदि किसी doubt अछि, you also give message. You also ask me your doubt. So this is the reason why you take POBAT as a optional. And why civil service? देखो एटा समस्तଙ୍କର ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା आंसर, but ଗୋଟେ generalistic answer ଦଉଛି ମୁଁ. Why civil service? So my answer is from public administration perspective. देखो POBAT रे ଆମେ कोन पढिଛୁ? Scope of public administration is very wide. Scope of public administration is very wide. So as a civil servant, your scope become very wide. Means wider area or wider field to work. You get a very broad dimension. So as a OS, for example, as a OS, you can work in all 40 department of government of Odisha. Now, किसी भी सर्विस में प्रोफेसर हुआ, बैंकर हुआ, किसी भी डॉक्टर हुआ, there is a limitation. But as a OS, as a civil servant, you are a generalist and you got a very wider area to function. Suppose you are you do a PhD, they say that why should not you teach? Yes, sir, teachership is a very good profession, but the wider horizon, the different area where I can work as a civil servant, I cannot work as a professor. The challenges I face as a civil servant is immense. The dynamism, or the dynamics to work as a civil servant is different. So that's why you take মানে এসবু কহ নাই কি I will change this, I will change this. No, সেটা মানে boring হয়ে গলানি. Why you choose civil servant as a career? Because it is a very first কথা, it is a very good job and the dynamism you feel. देखो good job, professor also a good job, तो ସେମାନେ ସେଠି counter କରି ପାରନ୍ତି. ତମେ କହିବ କି ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ job, engineer ବି after BTech you also get very good job. Why? The scope of public administration is very wide. There you can also quote there, sir, scope of public administration is very wide. As an administrator, being part of public administration, I can work in various fields. For example, as a OAS, I can work, you can work in all 40 department of government of Odisha. So the diversity, dynamism, which public administration provide, which as a civil servant you get, is unmatched. So this is address. देखो आ ऊपर माने एटा generalist, you can आकु टिके change करिके you can give your answer, है ना? Apart from this, now get back to the syllabus. Syllabus रे first, meaning they will not ask you scope of public administration. You know, scope of public administration is very wide, but it has a boundary, that is government in action. They will not ask you ki what are scope of jane eମିତି mତେ ପଚାରିଲା କି principle of fair, no, ସେମାନେ ସେ ସବୁ ପଚାରିବେ ନାହିଁ. ସେମାନେ ପଚାରିବେ basic concept ରୁ ଯଦି ପଚାରିବେ question, father of public administration, common question, who is father of public administration? Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson is father of public administration, president of United States, political science professor. Why Woodrow Wilson is regarded as father of public administration? Due to the essay, the study of administration in American Political Journal. Due to this essay, he become very famous, and other work তুমি add করে দেবো, other work like polity administration dichotomy and merit based recruitment, his concept of comparative perspective. So due to this, Wilson regard as, but yes, তুমি কহো, this study of administration is a very good text, and it has redefined the administration. And dichotomy, dichotomy is one of his important, because he has separated administration from politics, so he regarded as the father of public administration. Ethics, how is it? No need to write the criticism contemporary approach. Yes. Acha, jodi ke professor bosithibo, what is dichotomy pacharibo, so there you can explain that what is dichotomy, separation of administration from politics. Na, are you are not writing answer. बिल्कुल नहीं सेठी से माने तुमको आंसर लिखो बोली कहिबे नहीं, से माने जस्ट पचारिबे हु इज फादर ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, योर आंसर वुड्रो विल्सन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आसी पारे व्हाई ही इज रिगार्डेड एज फादर ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, योर आंसर इज his essay the study of administration in American Political Journal and his concept of polity administration dichotomy. After that, if they ask what is dichotomy, you can say separate study of administration from politics. After that jodi pacharibe acha do you think dichotomy is relevant in present day, so tome koibo ki no sir, today we are living in an era of polity administration fusion, as we find administration work closely with politics, civil servant, formulate policy, make law, advisor to the political executive. এটা আমি ଅଧିକା କହି ଦଉଛି, suppose I was the interview board, ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଯେହେତୁ I have expertise in format, ମୁଁ ଯଦି ପଚାରିଲେ ପଚାରି ପାରେ ଏତିକି, but ସେମାନେ ଏତେ ପଚାରିବେ ନାହିଁ, but this is maximum what you can get. Okay, so this is Woodrow Wilson. After Woodrow Wilson, they can ask you who is father of American public administration. Goodnow. Goodnow. Remember his name? Goodnow is known as father of American public administration. After that question assi pare father of Indian public administration. Paul Appleby. Paul Appleby, father of American public Indian public administration. And they might ask you about Kautilya. So Kautilya, yes, Kautilya has written Arthashastra, a very rich text on public administration during Mauryan administration. So that paper 2 of unit 1, Kautilya Arthashastra. Significance of public administration or importance of public administration. এটা পচারিবে nahi, but this indirectly you can say that public administration or importance kon, significance or importance, significance or importance of public administration. Public administration, policy formulation, policy implementation, policy evaluation, delegated legislation or lawmaking, disaster management, law and order management, act as a provider, facilitator, regulator, administrative adjudication, ensure welfare of citizen, development of citizen, grievance redressal mechanism, RTI query, administration, associate citizen in governance process. These are some role public administration play. So public administration is significant or important, and it acts as a facilitator and regulator post LPG or post new right philosophy. So this is why public administration is significant or important. Diagram. Growth and development of international public administration. 1887 public administration take birth. 1968 new public administration Minobrook 1. 1988 Minobrook 2. 2008 Minobrook 3. The conference in between this public choice approach, new public management. 1991 good governance paradigm, and development between 1940 1970 new public administration, comparative public administration, and development administration. So this is growth of international public administration. This is a period of Wilsonian public administration, which was classical rigid approach, and NPA is known as behavioral approach of public administration. Minobrook 1 1968, Minobrook 2 1988, Minobrook 3 2008, and Minobrook 4 will happen in 2028, and 1991 good governance paradigm. So you can they can ask you question related to what is new public administration, what is new public management. Yes, short answer you need to give. What is good governance paradigm? What happened in Minobrook 1 conference? If they want to ask, just they can, but Minobrook 1 କଥା ପଚାରିବେ ନାହିଁ, ସେମାନେ ପଚାରିବେ ତମକୁ NPA କ'ଣ, NPM କ'ଣ. Do you think NPA is applicable today? Yes, give example. NPM public choice approach କ'ଣ? One line. What is public choice approach? One line. This is development of international public administration. Nineteen 1950, 1963, 1964, 1991, 1992, 97, 2000, 2005, 2013, 2015, 1950 Planning Commission established, and 2015 Niti Aayog established. 1963, 64 CBC, CBI passed Administrative Reform Commission. 1991 LPG and Good Governance Paradigm. 1992 PRI, 97 Citizen Charter, 2000 IT, 2005 RTI, and also second ARC, Lokpal Lok Ayukt, Niti Aayog, Digital India. So this is the growth and development of Indian administration, Indian public administration. So you can get question. Santaram Committee Prevention of Corruption, CBI, CBC, First Administrative Reform Commission 20 report, 1991, we have adopted the concept of new right philosophy as LPG or new economic policy. Same 1991 good governance paradigm, which is known as add conditionalities. World Bank and IMF put certain condition before developing country. 1992 Panchayati Raj institution get constitutional status. 73rd CA, 74th CA. 1997 Citizen Charter. Citizen Charter is one implication of new public management. Sibotto model. 2000 IT Act. 2005 Right to Information. Second ARC, who's a 15 report. 2013 Lokpal Lok Ayog. 2015 Digital India and Niti Ayog. They can ask you what is the difference between approach of planning commission and Niti Ayog. Anything depend on the person who are sitting before you. He have a superfluous knowledge in public administration. Suppose ଗୋଟେ political science professor ବସିଛି private professor ବସିଛି. So definitely they will ask you very good question. ଆଉ suppose ଗୋଟେ ତମ board ରେ ଗୋଟେ sociology professor ବସିଛି. Sociology. So sociology professor କଣ ପଚାରିବ? Max Weber ବାବଦରେ ପଚାରିବ. He will ask about Max Weber. Because you know Max Weber is common for PubMed and sociology. ଆଚ୍ଛା ଗୋଟେ geography professor ବସିଛି ତମ ସାମ୍ନାରେ. ତ geography professor କଣ ପଚାରିବ? ସେ ତମକୁ planning commission ଉପରେ ପଚାରିବ. ସେ ପଞ୍ଚାୟତି ରାଜ ପଚାରିବ. What it depend କି ତମ ସାମ୍ନାରେ କିଏ ବସିଛି. ଏଇ ତିନି ଚାରି ଜଣ ଭିତରୁ କେହି ନା କେହି ଗୋଟେ ଥିବେ. And ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ OS ବସିଥିବ ଡେଫିନେଟଲି ଗୋଟେ ସିଭିଲ ସର୍ଭେଣ୍ଟ ଥିବ ତମ ସାମ୍ନାରେ. ସିଭିଲ ସର୍ଭେଣ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରଫେସର ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କିଏ ବି ଥାଇପାରନ୍ତି ଏକ୍ସପର୍ଟ. ଗୋଟେ ସିଭିଲ ସର୍ଭେଣ୍ଟ ତ ରିଟାୟାର୍ଡ ଆମର OS ସିନିୟର OS ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଅଛନ୍ତି ରିଟାୟାର୍ଡ OS IAS ନିଜେ ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ IPS ସେ definitely he know many thing of public administration. ତ ସେମାନେ ତମକୁ PubMed ପଚାରିବେ. ତ PubMed ର ଏମିତି ସ୍କୋପ ଅଛି because it is governance ସମସ୍ତେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି. Everyone knew it. Because ସମସ୍ତେ ପଲିଟି ପଢିଛନ୍ତି. So it is simultaneously good and bad for you. Good for you कि तुम्हारा interview manage ହେଇଗଲା and bad means if you cannot answer good, if you cannot give good answer. ହେଲା ତ କେହି ନା କେହି ଥିବେ, everyone has knowledge. ତ ତମକୁ PubMed question ପଚରା ହବ definitely. କେତେ percentage ପଚରା ହବ that I cannot say. It may be 10%. Average it is 30% weightage is optional, but it depends. କିଛି ବି ହେଲା ବୁଝିଗଲ ସାମ୍ନାରେ PubMed professor ବସିଛି, pol science professor ବସିଛି, geography, sociology, ଗୋଟେ ବିଟେକ୍ ଗୋଟେ professor ବସିଛି ସାମ୍ନାରେ ସେ IT କଥା ପଚାରିଦବ କିଛି ବି ହେଲା ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ବହୁତ ଅଛି ସ୍କୋପ ପଚାରିବା ପାଇଁ. So this is a chronological development or growth of Indian administration. And 1991 we can say first ERC is the first milestone in administrative reform in India, and 1991 also reform. So all these are we can say reform. CBI CBCB reform, Lokpal Lok Ayog reform, Niti Aayog also reform. Okay, so remember this international development of international public administration and development in Indian public administration. Significance importance ଜାଣିଛ as a administrator ଯେମିତି ବିଶ୍ୱଜ୍ୟୋତି has said କି ଯାହା ପଢିଛ ତାକୁ ସେ କହିଦେଲା କି ବ୍ଲକ ର ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ କଣ ତମେ ଭିଡିଓ ହେଲେ କଣ ସଲ୍ୟୁସନ କରିବ. Public and private administration difference they will not ask. We ଆମେ କଣ ଅପସନାରେ ପଢୁ similarity difference and contemporary approach. ତ ସେମାନେ ପଚାରି ପାରନ୍ତି what is the role of private administration. So yes, private administration play a very significant role in providing goods and service, take part in the governance process, make administration accountable, increase transparency, accountability. And private administration is regulated by public administration. So as a administrator, you are supposed to regulate, not control. Control or regulate with a difference. You need to regulate private sector. Public administration play legitimate role, private administration play effective role, and both join together, both combinedly ensure welfare and development of citizen. Uh, so public and private administration, and in present day we find very means thin line difference between public and private administration, because public administration adopt the successful trick of private administration in new public management. Lateral entry, private sector personnel work in public sector as joint secretary. Civil servant get training in private sector. So the gap between public and private administration has reduced, not vanished, but reduced. Evaluation of public administration, don't think they will ask you still. Evolution of public administration. You remember name of Six Stages of Growth by Nicholas Henry and Robert Golomboski. Nicholas Henry and Robert Golomboski. Six stages. First is polity administration dichotomy stage. Second is principal stage. Third is human relation approach. Fourth is behavioral approach. Fifth is quantitative analysis. And sixth is policy, public policy. These are six stages of growth of public administration. If they ask, ଗୋଟେ student को ଥରେ ପଚାରି ଦେଇଥିଲେ, ଆଚ୍ଛା tell the different stage of growth of public administration. এটা ପଚାରିଛନ୍ତି OPSC ରେ. So dichotomy, principle, human relation, behavioral approach, quantitative analysis, quantification of data, and public policy. In public policy, polity administration fusion. So dichotomy give way to fusion. If they ask you only one stages of growth, you say no, sir. Nicholas and Harry has given his own six stages of growth of public administration based on the concept locus and focus. They ask, and the first is dichotomy stage. Second is principal stage. Public administration as all science, political science. Fourth, public administration as managerial science. Fifth, public administration as public administration. Sixth, good governance approach. Janitha, this is Nicholas Henry's dichotomy, and first one Nicholas Henry and Robert Golomboski's dichotomy. Evolution. अच्छा देखो एटा important. We can ask you a question. What is NPA? Is public choice approach. What is NPM? Good governance. This is to some extent important. So what is new public administration? You can say short definition. New public administration. It is redefined approach to Wilsonian public administration by Waldo Laws 33 scholar. Okay, it is redefined approach. It is behavioral approach of public administration. So we not want to change but redefine the existing public administration by Waldo. Waldo and 33 scholar, they found that the existing public administration cannot solve the problem of society. So they want to change it. They want to redefine it. So they want to change the existing public administration. They want to redefine public administration, and this is known as new public administration, which consists of three phases: NPA, Minobrook 1, Minobrook 2, Minobrook 3rd. And if they ask you what is the core idea, what is the core idea? What are the core idea of new public administration? Just say core idea is quality administration fusion, democratization, decentralized approach, new right philosophy, value laden approach. ଏତିକି କହିଲେ ସେମାନେ କହିବେ okay, okay, okay. Bureaucratization, de uh, decentralization, what we call anti-positivist, anti-technical, anti-hierarchical. Okay, so but shortly, what is new public administration? This is new public administration. Most important aspect of new public administration, it promote value-laden approach. Concept of new right philosophy, quality administration fusion, democratization, decentralization, debureaucratization. तीन चारटा कहब से कहबे ओके. They will not ask in detail what happened in Minobrook 1, what happened in Minobrook 2, what happened in Minobrook 3. So mostly এদিকে পচারিবে what is new public administration? Do you think new public administration is relevant today? You say yes sir. Today also the administration work on the principle of value laden approach and the concept of new right philosophy, which was adopted in India as new economic policy. New economic policy or LPG, which promote rollback of the state, back management, minimum government, maximum governance, small state, strong state is prevalent, debureaucratization, decentralization prevalent. So yes, this is what. And କହିବ ତିନିଟା ଷ୍ଟେଜରେ ଥିଲା sir, Minobrook 1, Minobrook 2, Minobrook 3. Public choice approach. Public choice approach. Public choice. Simply you say when the public choice approach, you say sir, public choice approach. Theorist पचारिबेने what is public choice approach? Core idea of public choice approach is institutional pluralism, multi-actor paradigm, overlapping jurisdiction. So this is public choice approach, institutional pluralism, multi-actor paradigm with overlapping jurisdiction. That means multiple institutions are providing same goods and service. So it results into democratization, decentralization, citizen empowerment. If they ask you give some example of public choice approach, you can say sir, multiple actor providing telecom service, Jio, Airtel, Vodafone, BSNL. You can, sir, in your OPSC, the field, multiple seller are selling the Hivara. There is a competition between all those stores, and the customer get good product in competitive price. Public choice approach. ହେଲା ଆମ ପୁରା ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦେଇଦେବ ଆଉ ବେଶୀ ଦୂରକୁ ଯିବାର ନାହିଁ ସେଇ ଓପିଏସସି ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ରୁ 500 ମିଟର ଦୂରରେ स्टेडियम पाखे गोटे लाइन रे 10टा दहीबरा आलुदम एवरीवन इज सेलिंग दहीबरा आलुदम दैट इज अ कंपटीशन बिटवीन देम प्राइस सेम so customer will get benefit due to this ହେଲା जे मु रमादेवी रो सामना रो एग्जांपल दिए गोटे लाइन रे 10टा चाट स्टॉल अछि समस्त 40 टका समस्त दहीबरा देबे समस्त एक्स्ट्रा देबे गोटे चाट स्टॉल थिले तार मोनोपोली थांता so here there is no monopoly they will ask you this public choice approach theorist I don't think they will ask na kebe pacharibe nahi theorist pacharibe nahi theorist pacharile gote gote theorist to mone hi thibo tomaro like Vincent Ostrom public choice approach practical pacharibe tamu application of public choice approach after that state versus market debate I don't think they will ask you state versus na eta state versus market no NPA NPM new public management এটা পচারি পারନ୍ତି পচারি ବି ଥିଲେ new public management so NPM what is NPM simply adoption of successful practice of private sector in public sector adopt successful practice of private sector in public sector is new public management this is and you can say application of new public management in public sector undertaking mini ratna maharatna navaratna industry chief executive officer in Indian railway the concept of lateral entry these are Vande Bharat Express is example of new NPM and if they ask you it a definition he gola it example he gola what is the core idea of NPM core idea is accountability transparency economy efficiency effectiveness so they will say okay after 2-3 words you say sir accountability 3E approach economy effectiveness efficiency accountability transparency uh, market orientation customer focus ethic this is NPM new public management India re tame kahibo yes sir second ARC also give importance to new public management best ethic two word hela tato adhika bilkul nahi they will never ask you देखो डोंट थिंक दैट यू आर राइटिंग सेठी तमे लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन लिखुन 10 मिनिट सबले कहि 10 मिनिट 15 मिनिट धरो मैक्सिमम 15 मिनिट रु तमे जीवो आसीबो तीनटा मेंबर अछंती एवरीवन गेट 5 मिनिट तो 5 मिनिट केतरा मैक्सिमम 10 क्वेश्चन हे परिबो so short they want you short answer what is NPM sir adoption of successful practice of private sector in public sector is new public management how it is adopted? Can you give example? Yes, sir. The government of India has promote new public management in public sector undertaking by giving them more autonomy in functioning, lateral entry, CEO in Indian Railway, giving importance to accountability, importance to the concept of entrepreneurial government. Okay. Next question. Good governance paradigm. Good governance paradigm. Here also you will give very bit, shortly 2-3 sentence. That's if they are. Achha, what is good governance paradigm? You sentence 2-3 sentence. Okay. That was अधिका दरकार ही नहीं. Not writing a 15 or 20 mark. Good governance paradigm. Good governance paradigm. 1991. You just say, sir, it is a development of 1991. And good governance paradigm is, the concept is add conditionality. Means Western dominated financial institution like World Bank and IMF put certain condition before developing nation in return of financial aid. This is good governance paradigm. That World Bank and IMF put certain condition before developing nation in return of financial aid. That if you need financial aid, you need to follow all this condition. And what is the aim of this condition? To develop administrative system of developing nation. He can ask you next question that why this condition? Sir, the West or developed country want development of administrative system of developing country so that developing country can achieve rapid socio-economic development only when the administrative system is very strong. This is good governance paradigm. And again, if they ask you what are those conditions, you can say the condition is transparency, accountability, participation, democratization, follow rule of law, promote human right, consensus oriented government. Same, these are after 2-3 they will say you okay. Transparency, accountability, consensus oriented government, promotion of human right, rule of law, democratization, decentralization, participation. Okay. So, Western dominated financial institution, World Bank, IMF. So, basic concept true. Mo hisabare eti question asibo. If you think any other question can come, you can ask me. देखो in due process आज टू तमे preparation start करो. Interview 5 तारीख रू start अछि. It is like 10 days. You have 10-11 days. 10-11 days ভিতরে যদি তোম মাইন্ডে আউ भी যদি কিছু क्वेश्चन आसुची कि ए क्वेश्चन पचारि पारंती, ए क्वेश्चन पचारि पारंती, and if you don't have the answer you can ask me. मग दबो सेठी किछि क्वेश्चन पचारिबे, तमरो आउ पबेट सांग माने थिबे सेमाने किछि क्वेश्चन पचारिबे. Principle and theory of organization. देखो हायरार्किकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एटा bureaucracy is yes तमे कहबो कि present day also bureaucracy is a hierarchical organization and IT play important role in reducing hierarchy. Unity of command is not prevalent in present day. Present day unity of command, we seldom find unity of command. किए syllabus धरिकी तो सेठी बसी नथिबे. So I hardly think these things they will ask you. ହେଲା सेही क्वेश्चन अछि गवर्नेंस रिलेटेड पंचायती राज लास्ट ईयर PRI क्वेश्चन के सब नाही हायरार्की यूनिटी ऑफ कमांड स्पैन ऑफ कंट्रोल अथॉरिटी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी अच्छा authority power the difference between power and authority that we will discuss coordination supervision centralization decentralization delegation delegation and delegated legislation they will ask you eta gote delegation so what is delegation because delegation is frequently used in administration जो senior OS माने बसिथिबे से माने जदी के पचारि परती what is delegation giving authority temporarily to someone else to do a particular work is delegation. You are the authority holder, you give your authority to someone else temporary manner to do a particular work, that is delegation. In delegation you give your authority and not responsibility. The responsibility is always lie with you. If at all you delegate your responsibility, you can delegate operating responsibility and not final responsibility. Example of delegation is delegated legislation, which was a necessary evil. After that, classical theory, scientific, bureaucratic, human relation, behavioral. Question let's see. Who is father of scientific management theory? Hela question. Taylor question kon asibo if at all gone. Who is father of scientific management theory? Tome kohibo F.W. Taylor, Frederick Wilson Taylor. Second question, why he is regarded as father of scientific management theory? Because Taylor was the first to use science in management of organization. And his idea, which is known as Taylorism, is very successful in transforming the loss-making organization into profit-making one throughout the world. That's it. They will not ask you what are the principles of scientific management or what are scientific management principles. I strongly don't think. Who is father of scientific management theory? Taylor. Why is father of scientific management theory? Because his idea, he for the first time used science in management. So his idea is known as scientific management principle or Taylorism. And using his idea, the loss-making organization turned into profit-making one. और जदि किए पचारिला अच्छा व्हाट आर द प्रिंसिपल तो इजी प्रिंसिपल चारटा तो समस्त जानिछो दे विल नॉट आस्क यू कि 15टा प्रिंसिपल कह scientific selection scientific training mental evolution piece rate system of payment principle of exception time study motion study method study economic man absolute rationality 12टा तो एमती कहि दिली मु चारटा तो कहि परिबो तमे एबे तो मेंस लिखिछो I am convinced that you haven't forget scientific selection of worker, scientific training, mental revolution, piece rate system of payment. I don't think etiki dur jibone. Who is father of scientific management principle? Yes, and why? Seti. Do you think Taylor is his principle is applicable today? You can say yes, sir. Taylor's principle is applicable today. His idea of money motivation. अच्छा देखो एबे तमे फील करि पारुथबो एवरीवन प्रत्युष कि इफ यू हैव प्रिपेयर्ड ऑप्शनल फॉर मेंस जदि प्रॉपर्ली करिचो किछि डू यू थिंक किछि प्रॉब्लम होबो तमो इंटरव्यू रे तमे निजे को जदि तमरो कांसेप्ट क्लैरिटी अछि जदि मेंस भल से पढिचो किछि नै एम्ति आंसर देबो फ्लॉलेस एंड यू विल गेट 170 जदि भाग्य भलो खाली पॉकेट पचारुचंती जेमति हमर गोटे स्टूडेंट तार भाग्य बहुत भलो ताऊ खाली पॉकेट पचारिले से माने मने मने खुशी गोटे पॉकेट क्वेश्चन फिर पॉकेट क्वेश्चन फिर पॉकेट क्वेश्चन फिर पॉकेट क्वेश्चन माने खाली पॉकेट रे चलिले तार इंटरव्यू सरी गला माने से मने मने भाबते सर कोन करूचंती आपण खाली पॉकेट एंड ही हैज वेरी स्ट्रांग कमांड ऑफ पॉकेट से ऑप्शनल रे आनी 327 325 मार्क विश्वज्योति 334 से 300 तो भाबो तमे यदि ऑप्शनल रे 325 मार्क आनुच तो तमरो से लेवल माने पूरा बिल्ड अप होईची तमरो इंटरव्यू रे सब कहि देबो तमे दैट्स व्हाई आई से ऑलवेज कि इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन माने एमती नुहो कि उडे हवा जेमते मार्केट रे चली छि नुहो से सब किछि नुहो एज आई सेड तमे जीवो हसी हसी बसिबो आसीबो 120 किछि कोन खाली हस सॉरी सर एमती यू आर नॉट डम किछि तो जानिचो तमे आजि डेट रे किछि न पढो अच्छा ठीक अछि न्यूट्रलिटी एनोनिमिटी जहां भी पचारिले देखो एटा तो मु कहूचे दिस इज भाग्य हमर गोटे लास्ट ईयर गोटे पिला मुकेश मुकेश पृथल जानिथिबो ही वाज ए पीएच कैटेगरी स्टूडेंट से पॉकेट रे 309 आनी छि 309 इन पॉकेट इंटरव्यू रे 125 मते कहला सर गोटे भी पॉकेट क्वेश्चन पचारिले नाही खाली एज से गोटे टीचर थिला त खाली स्कूल एजुकेशन रे सारी देले 125 दे देले देखो सेटा तो लॉक एलिमेंट ऑफ लॉक इज देयर इन इंटरव्यू आई एम नॉट डिनाइंग दैट बट हमें एमती प्रिपेयर हेतिबा कि आसी गला तो सेठी हमें 170 नो पचारिले 150 अच्छा न्यूट्रलिटी एनोनिमिटी बहुत बढ़िया न्यूट्रलिटी एनोनिमिटी रु भी 560 क्वेश्चन नहीं जीवो अच्छा भागीरथी व्हाट वाज योर मार्क मार्क केते थिला इंटरव्यू रे टेलर हे गला if they ask about fuel any question you can say fuel is classical theorist बहुत खराब मिनिमम मार्क आओ आटी टीचर मानु को तमरो अच्छा ठीक अछि मु जानि पारुछि काहे कि कम मार्क थिला आई नो आई थिंक यू आर आल्सो ए टीचर एंड तमे गोटे से पर्टिकुलर बोर्ड पाकु जाइछो जो बोर्ड रे से माने टीचर मानु को बहुत टॉर्चर करि जंती एंड तुमको मार्क देना आई होप से ऊपर बहुत क्वेश्चन आसीथिबो तमरो टीचिंग स्कूल रे पढौछो कि नाही केमिति पढौछो भई आई नो यू आर ए टीचर हां माने मु जहा कहूची से क्वेश्चन बहुत पचारि दिबे तमरो प्रोफेशन ऊपर से माने बहुत क्वेश्चन पचारि दिबे एंड से माने सैटिस्फाई हेई नांती होपफुली दिस टाइम पॉकेट क्वेश्चन पचारंतु तमको okay fuel is classical theorist of clause 14 principle yes so any question on fuel was an important classical theorist he has given his idea of planning organizing controlling commanding coordinating and 14 universal principle of administration and he said using this universal principle both public and private administration can get success सेतिकी फ्योर आउ किछि नै केवल एटा माने मेंस नो जे इंट्रो बॉडी कंक्लूजन क्रिटिसिज्म कंटेम्पोरेरी अप्रोच केस स्टडी ना गलिक पोस्ट कर प्लस 10 neutral principle. Postcard planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, budgeting. Would be 8 principle. Max Weber. Yes, Max Weber put a common question. Max Weber पचारि पारंती. Max Weber bureaucracy. Max Weber bureaucracy. So what is bureaucracy? Question asba, who is father of bureaucracy? Bureaucracy ro father Max Weber. What is bureaucracy? Administrative system under legal, rational authority is bureaucracy. The administrative system under legal, rational authority is bureaucracy. Yes, this is Weber instrumental aspect of bureaucracy. That bureaucracy is the instrument to bring desirable change in society. Legal rational authority. The difference between power, authority. Power is coercive. It means forceful. Forced, coercive. You suppress someone. Authority is, we can say, domestication of power. Legalization of power. Authority. Power source from law, source from constitution. When power is sourced from law, source from constitution, is known as authority. So this is power and authority. Bureaucracy is administrative system under legal rational authority. What is legal rational? Authority is sourced from law. It is rational. It is just. When power is just, power is legal, power is rational, it becomes authority. So Max Weber, father of bureaucracy, German sociologist, studied dominion in society. He explained 3 types of authority: traditional, charismatic, legal, rational. And in legal rational authority, he said, in legal rational authority, he said administrative system under legal rational authority is bureaucracy. And what is bureaucracy? It is a system, hierarchical system, where people appointed after a merit-based selection and training, they work in a coordinated manner to achieve goal of organization. Workforce in bureaucracy are rational, scientific, they get salary, other benefit. This is their primary occupation. They work for a long time. Instrumental aspect of bureaucracy. Problem is institutional aspect of bureaucracy. Instrumental aspect, when bureaucracy work for citizen. Institutional, when it work for itself. How to solve this problem? Representative democracy. So this is Max Weber. ଆଉ ଅଧିକା କିଛି ନୁହଁ. Other bureaucracy, Max Weber study dominion in society. German sociologist use ideal method to study three type of authority: traditional, charismatic, legal, rational. Administrative system under legal rational authority is bureaucracy. He give positive meaning to bureaucracy. Instrumental aspect of bureaucracy. Best. MP Follett, I don't think. Still, if they ask you MP Follett, you said MP Follett is mother of modern management. The specialty of MP Follett is she is ahead of her time. Although MP Follett belongs to the classical era, her idea match with idea of human relation and behavioral theorist. And the most important aspect of MP Follett is reject delegation. MP Follett reject delegation. She said authority belongs to the job and stay with it. It cannot be delegated. Siddhik, if at all they ask you about MP Follett, two line, mother of modern management, ahead of her time, idea match with human relation and behavioral, reject delegation. After that, Hilton Mayo, he was the first who gave importance to human being in organization. ଯେମିତି idea, Hilton Mayo is देखो ଯଦି ପଚାରିବେ you don't write first experiment, second experiment, no. Hilton Mayo is father of human relation approach. What is human relation? Giving importance to human being in organization. So idea of human relation approach is individual human. Participative management and informal communication. Informal communication, participative management and individual. Individual participative management, informal communication. Hilton Mayo. After that, Bernard, if they ask you what is behavioral theorist, so what is behavioral theorist? Theorist who give importance to human behavior in organization is behavioral theorist. Theorist who give importance to human behavior in organization. Bernard was the first behavioralist. Bernard. Best first behavioralist. Bernard idea, main idea is contribution, satisfaction, equilibrium. Bernard idea, behavioral theorist, contribution, satisfaction, equilibrium, acceptance, theory of authority, multi-motivation, decision making, zone of acceptance, zone of denial, importance of communication. Just kichi gote superfluous idea jani to. Chris Argyris, also behavioral theorist. Main idea of Argyris is theory 1 organization, theory 2 organization. Concept of fusion process, socialization plus personalization process, matrix organization to achieve fusion process. Deepak, behavioral theorist, system 1, system 2, system 3, system 4, linking pin model. Yes, you know this. Deepak, behavioral theorist, give 4 type of organization: system 1, system 2, system 3, system 4. System 1 is classical, system 4 is behavioral. and system 4 is successful than system 1 because system 4 has linking pin model. McGregor managerial principle. Theory X manager, theory Y manager. Theory X manager is classical, theory Y manager is behavioral. And Scanlon plan. In Scanlon, it was proved that theory Y managerial philosophy is successful than theory X managerial principle. এদিকে জানো Simon Maslow, we will discuss in administrative behavior. Unit 3 chief executive. আচ্ছা chief executive রে we have nominal executive and real executive, president and prime minister and council. Ministry, department, corporation, company, boards, commission, headquarter, field. Question asile either asibo headquarter, field and line and staff. Because as a BDO you are part of field and as a BDO you are part of line agency. So question might come here. What is headquarter? What is field? Headquarter is a place which control the field. Field implement policy in the ground level. Field is controlled by, directed by headquarter. So पचारिबे जदि तुमको as a BDO you are part of headquarter or field, तमे कहबो sir headquarter and field are relative. If block is headquarter, panchayat is field, and if district is headquarter, block is field. So as a BDO you are both part of headquarter and part of field. So you become headquarter when panchayat is field, and you become field when district become headquarters. This is headquarter and field. A question assi pare as a BDO, have you read headquarter and field? Yes sir. So as a BDO you are part of headquarter and field, headquarter or field. So সেটি যদি ঠিক answer দেই পারিব না ফসিব. As a BDO you are part of line or staff. Many people cannot give answer. When I take mock, many students they say part of staff. So line agency who is implement policy, staff who is formulate policy. Staff is secretariat, line is directorate. So as a BDO you are part of line because you implement policy. From Director General of Police to a Havaldar Constable, line. But a ASO, Assistant Section Officer, he is staff. Everyone who is working in Lok Sabha Bhavan are part of staff, and everyone who is working in field is part of line. So if you are a government employee and you are not working inside Lok Sabha Bhavan, you are part of staff, line. So headquarter field, line and staff. Eta question আসতে পারে. বাকি company corporation no. फिर मेंस रे আসিবা. আচ্ছা leadership. So leadership रो question तुमको पचारि पारिबे what is a leader? As I already said, leader is someone who lead from the front, who take responsibility, who solve problem of his employee, who advise, guide subordinate. And as a civil servant, what do you want? Yes, you want to be a leader, not a boss. Boss always give order, boss not take responsibility. Leader take responsibility, leader help subordinate, leader solve their problem. Boss not do anything. Boss only give order and all responsibility with the subordinate. Opsc formulation किसी ने decision making. अच्छा decision making Simon bounded rationality model of decision making. What is bounded rationality? That means not absolute. Decision making have many variables, so it is difficult for an administrator to take a decision who is in absolute rational. So he take a bounded rational decision. And as a administrator, as a OAS, which decision you can take, absolute rational or bounded rational? You can say, sir, as a OAS, there are many constraints which I face: time, money, co-worker, outside environment, organization policy, politics, government, opposition, economy, society. So mostly you can take a bounded rational decision. Communication question ଆସିବ ନାହିଁ. Only you can say present day IT facilitated communication in organization. Motivation, yes. Money motivation, multi motivation, Maslow motivation रे Maslow everyone read mane thibo easy. Classical motivation is money motivation. For the first time Bernard reject that. Bernard promote multi motivation, and here motivational theory Maslow and Husband both promote, both inspired from Bernard. Maslow give the concept, Maslow's idea, need hierarchy theory, concept of prepotency of need mix, all these things that you can say. Maslow, motivational theory means Maslow. Maslow is known as important motivational theory. Maslow belongs to the content group of motivation. Maslow influenced from Chester Bernard. Maslow consider মনে রাখো motivation যদি question আসিব কোন আসিব তো I cannot say. If any question on motivation or they will ask about Maslow, you can say Maslow multi motivation, Maslow need hierarchy, 5 need, lower order, higher order need, and as a OS officer you can achieve the 4th need, physiological, safety, security, social and esteem need. And as a OS there is job content factor, job context factor. The OS as a civil servant you can have both job context factor and job content factor. As a OS you get job content factor, responsibility, achievement, advancement, recognition. So Maslow and Hosmer you can link. देखिए Maslow need hierarchy, 5 need, prepotency of need mix, physiological, safety, security, social, esteem, self actualization. Hosberg job context factor or hygiene factor, job content factor or motivator, and there must be balance between the two in order to ensure employee get completely motivated. Moral, yes, moral is very important. A moral help employee to achieve his full potential. Lower in moral, decrease in motivation, efficiency of employee decrease. Increase in moral, increase in motivation, employees efficiency increase. So moral, socio-psychological aspect play a very important role in organization. এটি কোশ্চেন আসতে পারে। accountability and control. Yes, this is somewhat important. More important. RTI, corruption, grievance redressal, citizen charter. Interview perspective रे मते एटा ही लागुची people's participation in administration. What is civil society, interest group, pressure group, civil society, interest group, pressure group. Okay, so if they ask you what is civil society is association of citizen which is not part of state and market. It is just an association, civil society. When all member of civil society have a common interest, they become interest group. When member of civil society put pressure on government to fulfillment of their need, they become pressure group. People's participation in administration, diagram jaha deythile, people's participation in administration started from good governance paradigm, PRI, citizen charter, IT, RTI, Niti. All these things facilitate citizen participation in administration. And what happened when people participation in administration increase? It results into more accountability, more transparency, more efficiency in administration. Right to information, yes, it is important. So they will ask you about right to information. Basically, what is PIO? First Appellate Authority. So PIO is the officer who is in charge of providing information to the citizen. এই concept জানিছো right to information like 2005 RTA ଆସିଥିଲା. It is to increase transparency in administration, provide citizen information. Every information should be in public domain, every government information under RTI, and it is one right. It is part of RTI is part of fundamental right of citizen, Article 19, Article 21. এটা আসতে পারে RTI comes under which fundamental right? Article 19, Article 21. So right to information. So ସେମାନେ କହିବେ କି right କଣ ହୁଏ? So on the right to information, any citizen can seek information. For it, he need to pay 10 rupees, and he give his application to the PIO, Public Information Officer. In every office there was a Public Information Officer. So the Public Information Officer within 30 days need to provide information to the citizen. If the citizen is not satisfied, he can approach the first appellate authority. This is a senior officer. If he is again not satisfied with the information of first appellate authority, he can appeal in second appellate authority, this is State Information Commission. And if not satisfied with the State Information Commission, appeal to Central Information Commission, Delhi, which was the final authority regarding information. Corruption. देखो विश्व ज्योति को भी पचारिथिले करप्शन. अच्छा तुमको पचारिबे डायरेक्टली करप्शन होची एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन रे. You can say yes, don't deny. Hochi corruption. Yes sir, there is corruption in administration. So what is the reason of corruption in administration? Corruption kahinki hochi? Lack of transparency, lack of accountability, and lack of proper safeguard mechanism, lack of deterrence policy. corruption कोडी हुए ये सब जिनस ପାଇଁ due to all these things there is corruption in administration. In every level there is corruption, although there are various mechanisms like CBI, CBC, SBC, ED, still corruption is very prevalent, and government of Odisha has removed more than 100 corrupt officer from the service. तापरे ସେମାନେ ତମକୁ situational question ଦେଇ ପାରନ୍ତି as a administrator, so as a BDO you are appointed at a particular place and you found your employee involved in corruption. How do you deal? All employee of your office is involved in corruption. What do you do? So question आसे पारे. So whatever you will take, that you will take all legal measures available before you with corruption, all legal measure, whatever with you with corruption. First give them warning and take all legal action, whatever with you. You can inform your senior. And so corruption, the mechanism which are available to reduce corruption. Citizens grievance redressal, लोकपाल, लोकायुक्त, ground level re jana sunani. This is important. As your video level, Prime Minister at state level, CM grievance cell, our Chief Minister Mohan Maji every Monday listen directly grievance to grievance of the citizen. CM grievance cell, after that DM grievance cell, after that video grievance. So government of Odisha has taken grievance redressal in a serious manner. So Jana Sunani is happened where administrator reach a place and listen complaint of every citizen. Every government office there is a Abhijogo box. So there is a complaint box where citizen can put their grievance. Block level grievance and Jana Sunani where all district official present at a particular block. So tamo block re Jana Sunani habo. E masoro a week re. So you as a video make all arrangement where DM, ADM, SP, everyone come. Citizen give their grievance redressal. Citizen charter. So simply definition, they will ask you what is citizen charter. अच्छा citizen charter कौन? So again, मते जहाँ लागुची question सेटा कहूची, तमको जहाँ लागुची you can ask me. Citizen charter. If they ask you what is citizen charter, you can say this is citizen charter. Citizen charter basically a declaration. It is a declaration. It is a declaration made by public authority. It is a declaration made by public authority related to the service it provides. Related to the service it provides. So, a public office declare these are the service I am providing, the time duration for a particular service, the cost involved in a particular service, and the person concerned who provides service to citizen. And also grievance redressal mechanism available, that if a citizen is not getting service within that particular time frame, he can put his grievance in this particular number. So this is citizen charter. Citizen charter is a product of new public management. John Mayer was the first and Tony Blair. And in India, citizen charter established in India after Chief Secretary Conference, Chief Minister Conference. Also, citizen charter is part of Sevottam model. Seva Uttam. providing best service to the citizen. Within line, you need to say 2-3 line on citizen charter. You are not supposed to write a 3-page answer. If it is citizen charter or intro, citizen charter or character, citizen charter kemiti asithila, citizen charter or limitation, citizen charter or solution, second ARC kono kohichi, Odisha re ko office re citizen charter achi, no need. Just say definition of citizen charter and the role of citizen charter is providing best goods and service to the citizen. It is citizen centric service motive approach of government of Odisha, both center and state. So this is the first 5 unit. What I think question come. ଆଉ ଯଦି ତମକୁ କିଛି ଲାଗୁଛି question ଆସିପାରେ ତ ତମେ ମତେ ପଚାର. I will give you the answer. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss. I think in 4 class we will complete the syllabus. After that, another class we will discuss some current affair, last 6 month current affair, what happened in the field of administration. So you will aware of those current related development in public administration. Okay, meet you tomorrow. I will give the time when we will have class tomorrow. Come out with your doubt. Okay, good night everyone. Meet you tomorrow.